Hello and welcome back to Let's Play UnderRail Expedition with me, BringItDon. And we're gonna go talk to the dude so we can continue his quest. Hey man, did you manage to figure it out? The mutants have been taken care of. Alright, I knew you'd be able to do it. The vision never lies, man. Never. Now let's go. We gotta check the lab. I already checked the lab. A few cryo chambers and a locker was all I saw. And inside the locker, I found some morphine, a lab coat, and for some strange reason, a groin guard. A dude's gotta keep his man boulders safe at all times. In this terrible world, a rat hound could bite them off, a lurker could chop them off, and a train could run you over. And that includes you sensitives. It's testicular genocide waiting to happen, man, and you gotta be prepared for it. So wherever I go, I make sure I got protection. Now, what else did you say was in that locker? Morphine and a lab coat. He snaps his fingers. That's it. Again, as in his house in Core City, dude's gaze turns distant. Once you prepare the mind, you can enter a rift. The mind is safe, but then your body is the one at risk while you're walking through the guts of the universe, trying to, reach the exit rift. That's the scientific name for it. Exit rift. Anyways, untold horrors await those who enter. Abrasive winds will tear your flesh away, toxic fumes will incinerate your lungs, and blinding darkness will totally mess up your eyes. Powerful radiation will bombard your very cells, malforming them into these, tumor manufacturing organic machines. But it's not just that. There are living creatures there too, hiding in the shadows. You'll be walking this, dark, desolate landscape. It surrounds you from all sides, man, because the sky and the ground are one and the same. The air is, alive, and out of it claws, teeth, blades, tentacles, and sometimes even wings take shape. Those will cut you, bite you, pierce you, whack you, flap at you, and do all kinds of deadly unpleasantries. And you will hear nothing but demonic shrieking and the sound of your flesh being torn apart. If you're not prepared, your body will be destroyed. That's not good, man. Thanks, dude. But there is a way to avoid that, too. Morphine. It relieves the pain. If you don't feel pain, it means the body's not getting hurt. Okay. Yeah, it's logical. It feels like pulling a decayed tooth after anesthetizing yourself with lots of brew. You feel something moving in your jaw, cracking and all that, but no pain. You know all that? It's the same once you enter a rift. You feel all these things around you, pushing and nudging, but there is no pain, so you're not getting hurt. Of course, the difference is you don't end up missing a tooth there, or skin and flesh and bones. Yeah, it seems like we're making some good progress, dude. He largely ignores your words. The brew lets you see, the catalyst lets you enter, the morphine lets you survive. There's one more, man. It's at the tip of my tongue. I can't... He takes an empty bottle and hits himself in the head. And again. After a further pause, he continues. Nothing. Well, it worked last time I tried. He rubs his head. Where do we go to now, dude? It hurts, man. Why'd I... He snaps his fingers yet again. Caves. It's in the caves. Yes. He draws a map in the air with his fingers and mumbles to himself. East, north, left. He continues mumbling. Dude, what the hell? Are you even listening to me? Yeah, man, sorry, but we gotta figure this all out. We've done a lot, yet we're still in the homes phase of the journey. According to the vision, that is, and if the vision shows it, it must be true. But we're getting closer and closer to the end, man. I'll give you all the answers once we get to the final home. I promise. We gotta rush now, as the brew is slowly evaporating from us, and we still need it in. It's like the worst thing in the world to lose something when you need it the most. You know what I mean? Oh, and don't forget to bring that morphine with you. He looks around with noticeable sadness in his eyes. Hate to leave this place so quickly. I've done a lot of work here. A lot. He turns to you. You ready to go? Yeah, Yeah, 1 second. Okay, man. I'll be waiting for you here. I also want to make sure that I did the locker. Okay. Let's go. Great. Now we get to boot... Now get ready to boost me up so that I can reach those ladders. Then I'll give you a hand. And no, I won't drop you again, man. I promise. Follow dude. Sorry I dropped you again, man. But we're finally here. I fell on my head. But we're finally here. It is strange how remembering old memories makes you feel so good. remember vomiting right here after one nasty crawler stung me. And then I... It's not here, man. It's over there. Yeah, sorry, man. Follow me. Here it is. Here's what? The entrance, man. Don't you see it? Is it in that corner right there? I don't have my cursor available. No. Let the brew inside you help you. Observe that wall from the summit of your consciousness. But I'm feeling pretty sober now. Darn it, man. Just take a better look again. Okay, that's not where I thought it was going to be. See? There is still brew within you, man. You live in the oddest places, oddest of places, dude. That I gotta hand it to you. Well, a dude's gotta live somewhere, and all the good places have been taken either by people with lots of guns, or creatures with lots of teeth, or psi abilities. Besides, seclusion allows for peace and quiet, but you never want to be too remote. How else are you going to acquire stuff, huh? Anyway, how about you go and take a look inside? I'll wait here. Oh, what horrors haunt your home this time? I wonder. He laughs. Yeah. Wait a minute. You know there's something inside, do you? This time you actually know, right? Well, things kind of dawned on me a few moments ago, just as we got close to the entrance. Regardless of that, it's not difficult to, suspect such a thing after all we've been through. I attract strange things, living and otherwise. No offense. And? What's inside? He leans closer. I can't remember exactly, but do know things have gone terribly wrong inside. If something attacks you, kill it. Profound. He laughs. Yeah, man, I know. Good luck in there. We're getting closer and closer to the bottom of it all, man. I'm gonna quick save. Or it's building up to something being in here and there's not gonna be any, anything in here at all. Besides what we're looking for. Or a bunch of cats! Well, I'm gonna remain suspicious of the cats. Alright, a monitor. It's been scratched to oblivion, yet it is still upright, only because its base has been screwed into the counter. Another Barcelona chair. Yet another Barcelona chair. What does Barcelona even mean? A broken fan. You spin the blades with your fingers, but alas. Empty cauldron. So many mushrooms have grown inside that you could just add some water and start a fire underneath it. And a pot. Nothing tasty inside, sadly. I should have probably looked in here before I just walked in. Some mushroom brew. Some traps and stuff. Other junk. Another quick save. Check out this. Oh! What? What did I do? Alright, so there's a trigger in there somewhere that caused all these cats to go hostile. And they have laser beams. What? Okay, can I make it to this door? No. Alright, let's reload. Alright. So I need to aggro them. I'm gonna turn on morphine as well. And then run out there. I'm gonna assume that I can kill them in one hit. I don't know if that's the case or not. But if it is, then one grenade will kill, just a ton of them. Because they do a ton of damage, and I don't think they miss. At least they haven't missed yet. Excuse confuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna start with a grenade. I can hit 4 of them. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it takes a lot to kill them. I have a high chance of hitting them though. It seems like grenades are the way to go. I kind of want to make a run for this door. I could also adrenaline shot. I could just run back in here, I guess. I might be dead this turn. I could adrenaline shot here. Let's do that. Yeah, if I survive this turn, I can close the door and probably exit combat. I don't know if they can open doors or not. That would give me a chance to recuperate if I survive. Okay, let's see here. Can I exit combat while I'm in here? No, I died. What killed me? Oh, the morphine. Okay. I think I really need to take the morphine the first turn, though. But if I make it back into the... Honestly, I have no idea. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of little laser beams coming at me. I don't need a stronger grenade. Traps. I picked up some of these cow traps. And again, they don't take a lot of damage. So I can throw those out separately from my grenade toss. Okay. And then when I run in here, I can throw out the traps. And like... Can I hide over here? It looks like I can. Yeah, okay. That's my plan. Where are they bunched up at? I think more come from over here. Yeah, this is definitely a puzzle. Alright, my turn. So again, I can hit 4 of them. Just still a good throw. Let's see, with Shock Spear, let's adrenaline shot. I didn't quite take you out. I think that's fine. So I think I want to run back in here. Guess right there would be fine, and I want to throw this out here. I want to move back a little bit further though. Then throw it out there. I should have healed up. Oh well. So I'm gonna assume they're just gonna... Oh, there's one in here with me. Get out of here. I don't know how many are left. Wait, how do they avoid the traps? You know what? It's fine. Hey, I won! Suck it, game. Alright. Well, that was an interesting encounter. Laser emitters. Okay. You know what? I don't even care about the poison. Alright, the bed. A bed surrounded by liquor shelves. Yep, dude used to live here. So what was in here? A bucket. It's for taking a shower, you suspect. There's some water still inside, and a dead bug. Psionic field counter. It's stuck at the top of the range. Nothing you do has any effect on the device. Gas tank. Something moved inside when you knocked. Ooh. Taurine, Napalm C, Gyromitrin, Gyromitrin? Or Gyro. Gyro, Gyro, or Gyro. Mind shroom, morphine, unsaturated sonic, catalysts. Periodic table. It appears that new elements have been added to the table, but you can't figure out what they are due to damage and grime. Most of them are just scribbling, but there is one that reads, "Do not overcharge the cats." Alright, let's wait out the burrower poison and that'll heal up. We'll go talk to the dude. Or just dude. Well, that was fun. Hey man, found any evils inside? Laser cats. He snaps his fingers. Laser cats. Yeah. You took care of them, right? Yep. High energy vermin. So it's like safe to go inside? Yep. Well, let's go. Follow dude inside. Unless he walks over the traps I threw on the ground. He helped dude start a fire in the barrel in front of you with the items you found in his long-abandoned home. Now you both stand there, observing the disorderly dance of the flames you've just brought to life. This turbulent interplay is ever-changing, sometimes fierce, sometimes timid, and where some flames rise above the rest, others retreat low and disappear. As long as there is something to keep it alive, the fire will keep on burning. It's deep and profound. As you absorb the much-needed warmth after traversing harsh and cold, all these primal emotions start digging their way up from the abyssal depths of your inner being. You feel safe, you feel calm, and you feel enthralled. Right now, you need nothing more than the warm caress, the music of combustion, and the tranquilizing light display. And if you feed the fire and take care of the fire, you generally feel that it will take care of you as well. I'm hungry. Dude pulls out a small metal skewer with some hopper meat on it and puts it over the flame. Got some for you too if you want it, man. Where'd you get the meat? Don't remember. It's been a while. Want it? Yeah, sure. Okay then. Half of it is yours. I did some snooping around here. We'll wait for the meat to roast, and then we'll continue with the journey, man. I saw it in the vision. I'm standing here, roasting some hopper, while you're standing right there. Everything's like, according to the vision so far, so don't worry. And we're through most of the phases. Been to my homes, caves. He looks around and nods. Ingredients. Last one's gotta be here. It's all progressing slowly. So it all seems to be revolving around us going through these reality rifts. Yeah, you see, man, I know some people think I'm a bit on the other side of the rails. I can see it in people, man. But I do everything for a reason. The visions guide me, and not a single one of them has ever let me down. I'm not gonna turn tail if I see something I don't like. Even if we enter a rift and end up in the middle of a war between intergalactic sentient centipedes and crustacean-like fungoid monsters, and end up being blown to tiny charred bits, it's for a reason. You always know the right things to say, dude. Thanks, man. But did you see us after we went through a rift? In the vision? I mostly remember seeing you, but I don't recall seeing anything too specific. The whole vision was a bit fuzzy, man, but we pulled through. So far. Things just reveal themselves as we go along, and every event becomes, like, crystal clear in my brain once I actually see it. Yeah, everything I had seen in the vision got clear. So far. And it's like... Oh, the meat is done. Here you go. Let's remove your part of the meat from the skewer. You taste it, puffing a bit due to hotness. But once you finally feel the taste of it, you instantly feel sick. Whether it's gone bad, or is marinated or spiced up by something in dude's pockets, the meat's taste is the epitome of disgust and nausea. Swallow it. Your body rejects it, but your mind prevails. With great effort, you manage to swallow the foul thing, and like a seed of gut-wrenching discomfort, you plant it inside your belly. Dude stares at you as tears roll down your cheeks, and you nod and give him a thumbs up. Dude stares at you for some more. Dude stares at you for some more, then takes the cut of the hopper. Not even a second passes and he spits it into the fire. Darn it to hell. This is the worst hopper I've ever tasted. I'd rather lick dung-covered rust off a shack and junkyard than eat this man. He then throws the skewer with the rest of the meat into the fire. Burn! He then turns to you. Well man, we gotta continue the journey. We got some rest, but now's the time to get going. His eyes then scan the place. Man, it hasn't changed much since I left, except that everything here smells of cat excrement. Used to smell of brew. How things have changed. Well, you know what you gotta do. Go and search the place for the final ingredient we need, man. It's here. How about you answer a couple of questions about all we've been through? Well, I suppose I owe it to you, man. Go ahead. Ask. What happens when we finally come upon a rift? How do we interact with it? You, come up to it and... I'll tell you when you find me that last ingredient. Who are you actually? And why are you doing all this science, if one can call it that? You know who I am. I'm Dude, man. Darn it, your memory's really starting to deteriorate. You should do something about it. Now, the experiments, observation, engineering, it's what I do. It's what I gotta do, man. It's the strong inner urge. And visions, man. The visions. The visions show distant places, in space and, time. And I have to reach them. See them. Touch them. For real. Or whatever else the vision showed me. It's a part of me that you can't tear out and replace with something else, because I'll, die. Like when you tear a hopper's heart out, it dies. Get it, man? Hoppers, die. But why laser cats? Well, why, make water purifiers and fart cleansers? Because we can, or because we must. Think about it, man, and the answer will come to you. Cheers. What do you remember about your core city home? I remember loneliness, which is odd since there were, all these people living there. People like me, but different, from another era. And that's kind of scary, man, how being surrounded by so much life can make you feel so dead. And I thought it was going to get better, I think. 'Cause, yes, everything was almost right, but at the same time so far off from right. I had a safe place to live, but I felt in my bones that danger was always near. I had a room to do my work in, but never enough. I had room, not a room. Always needed more space for science stuff. The bars were awesome though, but the people that visited them, again, a whole different world. I can't remember what sort of trouble flushed me out of that place, but I'm glad it did. I forgot to bring a lot of the stuff with me, as usual. That kind of worked to our advantage now, so it's cool. Right, man? You know what I mean? That's all I can remember. The rest is all blurry. What do you remember about your upper UnderRail home? I remember comfort. I had a lot of room to work in, yeah. And I had all the peace and quiet I needed. The pleasant humming of my equipment, the hissing of chemicals marrying before my eyes, and the pop you make when you finish a bottle of ice-cold brew. That was the soundtrack to my life there. Music to my ears, man. Music to my ears. It was perfect. Well, nothing is perfect, but it was pretty great. I mean, obsidian ants did bother me occasionally. Nasty little buggers. But hey, that's life. What's life if you've never felt an obsidian ant munching on your butt cheek? And yeah, sometimes some nasty people would drop a grenade down the, or a Molotov, or tear gas. And then the mutants. I remember comfort. with a few issues here and there. What do you remember about your cave home? I remember revelation, progress, and freaking cold. The place was damp and moldy even back then, and the cats were being rowdy all the time. I made some incredible progress here. Yep. I think a vision brought me here. Must have been, yeah. Because this cave, like, sucks hard, man. It's horrible, and so remote. And the worst thing is, I think, some people already lived here when I came. I wasn't the one who built all this. No. I just hauled some equipment here, enough brew and a few cats, and started working. Then the cat started working. Meow, meow, pew, pew, tss. My hair is on fire, no! Run! Drop my brew. Almost died picking it up. Run! Ah, crawler. Let me tell you, didn't see any of that in the vision. But still, you know, everything, like, happens for a reason, man. Because a new vision will pick up right where the previous one ended. Always. Some call it destiny, but I call it, like, he tries to outline some shape with his hands. Even he himself seems confused by what he has just done. Give me some time and I'll remember it, for sure. How many homes have you actually had? I don't really know. I know I had them, but I could barely remember these three. You know it, man. You remember our journey. The good thing is that memories are like tied to each other, like with organic strings. You pull one memory out, and the rest come out to greet you. Some strings come out severed, and that's kind of sad sometimes, because you know it had to have been attached to something. Maybe it was nice, maybe not. Who knows? I don't. What you gotta do is learn how to tie new memories to these, like, strings, and stop worrying about it, and enjoy a nice, cold, tasty brew. Cheers, man. Alright, I found some chemicals in your desk. Taurine, some napalm C, and gyrometrin. Mitrin. Any one of those the last ingredient we need? Taurine, that's for the heart. Napalm C, that's for, like, incinerating stuff. Gyrometrin. That's it. And yet again, he answers with a distant gaze. If you know how it looks, you see it. If you know where you're going, it will be there. If you feel no pain, you cannot get hurt. Once you reach an exit rift, you will not be able to pass. It's the surface tension of the living air. The living air, you fall into it when you enter, so you easily break the surface. Like jumping in a lake. But if you want to get out, it's like an ant stuck in a drop of water. Dark water. Deadly water. Water that wants to mutilate you. You'll be stuck inside, watching a whole different world that you can't reach. And then the morphine loses its effect. That is why you need gyrometrin. It is toxic, and it hurts what is living. It will hurt the living air, but it won't hurt you, because you don't feel pain. The damage done to the living air will create a temporary vacuum, but that doesn't suffocate you or anything like that, like in our reality. And the in-between, yeah, that's the name. The in-between. In there, vacuum is freedom from the living air. There's no tension anymore, so you can walk through the exit rift and reach your destination. The brew lets you see, the catalyst lets you enter, the morphine lets you survive. Gyrometrin lets you escape. That's everything we need. We're going to be doing some rift walking. Alright, darn dude. Well, so all we need is to mix those things up and we're good to go, right? First of all, we need 2 juices. One for you, one for me. So that's 2 bottles of brew, 2 measures of unsaturated psionic catalyst, 2 of morphine, and 2 of gyrometrin. Yeah, juices. Yeah, that's how it's called. The juice. You mix all of these things up and you get the juice. You drink the juice, then you rift walk. Now how to, like, mix the ingredients is the real issue now. You add too much morphine, you faint in the in-between dimension. You add too little brew, you can't see the exit rift. You add too much catalyst, your mind moves faster than your body does. You add battery acid, you die. What's with you and battery acid? I don't know, man. It's like that old geezer. Or it's that old geezer. For some reason I can't stop thinking about him after I mentioned him. It's like horrible. I'm not using batteries for a while. Anyway, did you keep some notes on how to make the juice? You're asking me that after all we've been through? Like, what the hell, man? I don't know, man. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Do you check around the lab or in a super concealed crack in a wall no one could ever find? I found a stack of them in the lab. Most of them look like long-winded scribblings to me, except for one which says not to overcharge the cats. That's darn good advice. Not as good as like not to drink battery acid, but darn good nonetheless. As for the long-winded scribblings, I'll check them out, man, but I doubt that it's here. Recipes. Now those I usually write simply and concisely. Like for example, 17 milligrams of unsaturated cyanic catalyst, 55 milligrams of morphine, 1 milligram of gyrometrin, 300 milliliters of mushroom brew. You take the catalyst and... He pauses, and you see him turn distant again. He scratches his head a few times, then his jaw, then he nods and says a few hmms, before finally, and at this point quite predictably, snapping his fingers and flashing a smile. I got it, man. I know how to make the juice. I just remembered the whole recipe. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, listen now. We got recipe for the juice. And we got all the ingredients. But, and that's one big but. But what comes next could be like anything. The vision got pretty blurry at this point. I know we got a rift walk, but I don't know where that's going to take us. So if you want to take a break and stock up or have a cold brew, do it now. Come see me when you're ready, man. I'll be in the lab. Alright, so we've already talked about all this. Alright, well I've got all the ingredients we need to make the juice right here. I'm ready to search for the rifts. Awesome, man. Let us begin. Start making the juice with Dude. Whew, man. It's a lot of stuff to read. There, the equipment's ready. Okay, man. Place the brew. Now hand me the catalyst. Now the morphine. Now wipe my forehead. Okay. Give me the gyrometrin. The juice. Yes. I did it. We did it, man. Huzzah. He hands you your bottle of the juice. There you go, man. Now when you drink this, know that it could make you a bit sick or partially paralyzed. But only until you get used to it. Could, not should. Okay, I'll go first. He presses the bottle against his lips and pours the juice into his mouth. A few gulps later, the bottle is empty. Yuck, it's warm. But my eyes are open again, man. Naturally, you observe him for any side effects, but they are absent. It is as though he drank a normal, run-of-the-mill bottle of mushroom brew. Now, just as you stare at him inquisitively, so does he stare at you blankly. What? What do I do when I come up to a rift? You gotta get attuned to it. Attuned? Yeah. You focus on the rift, and you let the juice flow. Then, things pretty much happen on their own. The juice leads you through. You know, you enter, you don't feel pain. You disperse the living air and get out. It just happens. If you prepared everything right, if not, you're in trouble. You're also in trouble if you see yourself in the in-between. Yeah, what do you mean? It's like, you know, when something sharp splits your head in two, and those two halves can see each other with the one eye each one has. I don't know why I said that. It is a very unlikely thing to, happen. Okay, I'm off to do some rift walking then. Is that it? Are we done? Hope he doesn't die to that poison. Oh, I have to take it. Okay, I'm gonna call the episode here, and the next one we will use the juice and see if we can find the rift. I assume there's one in here. Are we done? I didn't get any experience, so that tells me that we're not done with this. Unless we just don't get experience. Alright, we're going to call it here. Next episode, we'll see if we can't find a rift and start rift walking. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.